Stop wasting energy. The Stoic way to live free life moves fast. Every day, we face countless situations that drain our energy, cloud our minds, and leave us feeling exhausted. We worry about what people think of us. We replay past mistakes over and over in our heads. We stress about things we cannot control. We get angry at traffic, frustrated by delays, and upset by other people's opinions. By the end of the day, we feel depleted, yet we haven't accomplished anything meaningful. This constant waste of mental and emotional energy is one of the biggest obstacles to living a fulfilling life. The ancient Stoics understood this problem deeply. Over 2,000 years ago, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca developed a practical philosophy for living well. They recognized that most human suffering comes not from external events, but from how we respond to them. Their wisdom offers us a powerful framework for conserving our energy and directing it toward what truly matters: the dichotomy of control. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a simple but transformative principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. This concept, called the dichotomy of control, is the foundation for living free from unnecessary stress and anxiety. What can you control? You can control your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, and your character. You can control how you treat others, how you spend your time, and what values you choose to live by. You can control your effort, your attitude, and your choices. What can't you control? You cannot control other people's opinions, actions, or feelings. You cannot control the weather, traffic, or the economy. You cannot control the past or guarantee the future. You cannot control whether you succeed or fail in external terms, only whether you try your best. Think about how much energy you waste worrying about things in the second category. You stress about whether your boss will like your presentation. You worry about what strangers on social media think of your post. You get upset when it rains on your planned picnic. You replay an embarrassing moment from 5 years ago. All of this is wasted energy because none of it is within your control. The Stoics taught that freedom comes from accepting this distinction completely. When you stop trying to control the uncontrollable, you free up enormous amounts of mental and emotional energy. You can then redirect this energy toward what you actually can control: being a good person, doing your best work, treating others with kindness, and developing your character. Stop fighting reality. Much of our suffering comes from fighting against reality. We think things should be different than they are. We believe people should act differently. We wish the world worked in a certain way. This constant resistance creates friction in our lives and wastes tremendous energy. Marcus Aurelius, who was the Roman emperor, wrote in his private journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He understood that accepting reality doesn't mean being passive or giving up. It means seeing things clearly as they are, rather than how we wish they were. When you accept reality, you stop wasting energy on useless resistance. If you're stuck in traffic, getting angry doesn't change anything. It only makes you miserable and wastes your energy. Instead, you can accept the situation and use the time productively. Listen to music, practice breathing exercises, or simply enjoy a moment of peace. This doesn't mean you never try to change things. The Stoics were active, engaged people who worked hard to improve themselves and their communities. But they distinguished between acceptance of what is and action toward what could be. Accept the present moment fully, then act wisely to create a better future. Focus on your circle of influence. Imagine your life as a series of concentric circles. The innermost circle contains things entirely within your control: your thoughts, actions, and character. The next circle contains things you can influence but not control: your relationships, your work, results, your health. The outer circles contain things beyond both your control and influence: global events, other people's private thoughts, random shensi. Most people waste enormous energy worrying about the outer circles while neglecting the inner one. They obsess over political events they cannot change while failing to develop their own virtues. They worry about their reputation while neglecting their character. They try to control other people while failing to control themselves. The Stoic approach is to focus relentlessly on the innermost circle. Invest your energy where it makes a real difference. Work on becoming more patient, more courageous, more honest, and more compassionate. These are always within your control, and they actually improve your life and the lives of those around you. Live in the present moment. How much energy do you waste dwelling on the past or worrying about the future? The past is gone and cannot be changed. The future hasn't arrived and cannot be controlled. Yet we spend countless hours lost in these mental time travels, draining our energy and missing the only moment we actually have. Right now, Seneca observed that we are not given a short life, but we make it short, and we are not ill-supplied, but wasteful of it. We waste our precious time and energy by not being present. The Stoics practiced focusing on the present moment, dealing with what's actually in front of them rather than imaginary scenarios. This doesn't mean you never plan for the future or learn from the past. It means you don't lose yourself in anxious rumination or regretful brooding. When you need to plan, plan. When you need to learn from a past mistake, learn. Then return to the present moment where your actual life is happening. The freedom of indifference. The Stoics taught that many things we chase after are indifference, neither truly good nor truly bad. Wealth, fame, pleasure, and comfort are not inherently good. Poverty, obscurity, pain, and discomfort are not inherently bad. What matters is how we respond to these circumstances. This perspective is incredibly liberating. When you realize that external circumstances don't determine your happiness or your worth, you become free. You stop wasting energy trying to impress others or accumulate status symbols. You stop being devastated when things don't go your way. You develop an inner stability that external events cannot shake. Conclusion. The path to freedom living the Stoic way means conserving your precious energy for what truly matters. It means focusing on your character rather than your reputation, on your effort rather than the outcome, on the present moment rather than anxious fantasies about the future. When you stop wasting energy on things you cannot control, something remarkable happens. You become more effective, more peaceful, and more free. You have more energy for the people you love, the work that matters, and the person you want to become. The Stoic path isn't about suppressing emotions or becoming cold and detached. It's about directing your energy wisely, living in alignment with reality, and finding freedom in the only place it truly exists, within yourself. This ancient wisdom remains as practical and powerful today as it was 2,000 years ago. The question is, will you use it to stop wasting energy and start living free? Tentar novamente o cloud pode cometer erros. Confira sempre as respostas. Sonnet 45